Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is. Hi, how you doing? How the hell are you? I just thought I'd pop on, say hey, see what was going on, see who was on. I saw that uh Jeff slash Scott was on earlier, and you know, but damn, I just miss everything. Like it's been a lot of fucking drama going on that I missed. Somebody's got to start texting me and say, "Yo, Angie, this is on." So, but yeah, I had my birthday yesterday. It was awesome. Um, I I'm very happy being the age I am. I like being the age I am. I'm almost old enough to get the senior citizen discount at IHOP. Got to be 55. I'm almost there. So, but I just been a lot of drama and been a lot of people that have come together to form an evil, what do you call it? An evil collaboration that I never thought I would see together. I haven't watched any videos. I've just seen clips. Thank you, Biff L. Love you. Mean it. You're awesome. So I kind of went through all of Biff's videos this morning trying to catch up because it's the easiest way to catch up. Hey, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Um, uh, there are evil collaborations going on that I'm like, what in the hell? Uh, but we'll soon find out. Uh, I still detest Rodney, by the way, and because you know he's kind of disgusting, and damn, like I just don't get the hate for people that is going on here. That's just wrong. I miss seeing you around too. I have been very. I honestly, I've just been kind of. I'm lurking more than anything. Like I see a lot of stuff, but I don't comment a lot because you know there's people that enjoy sending stuff to my email going, "You're a fucking bitch." Well, you know what? I am a bitch. I'm sorry. Sorry that, you're an asshole and, you just are not happy unless people are being tormented. But yeah, there's that. And I just want to do a little PSA real quick. If you feel like you cannot go on and you feel like there's nothing that brings you joy, you need to reach out and talk to somebody. I don't care if it's your mom or your dad or your best friend or somebody. Reach out, tell them I'm struggling, I'm having a problem, uh I need help. You know, there should never be a final solution to a minimalistic problem. And YouTube is not real. It's not real. I know it feels real. I got really, really caught up in YouTube and I got caught up in all the drama. And now that I've sat back and I've kind of, it is required at some, it is required. Sometimes it is. And unfortunately, not enough people, put other people where they belong because if you're going out and you're intentionally hurting somebody, You need to be called out. Um, I have very little tolerance for people who are intentionally mean to other people. I mean, I if you give me a reason to be mean, y'all have seen it. I've been mean on here, and I fully admit it. Um, because I was given a reason. I'm not just gonna walk up and start attacking people for no fucking reason. That's not my style. But yes, I still have a cold, and that's why I'm sniffing in case anybody is, oh my god, she's doing something. No, I have a stopped up nose. So there you go. Uh if you antagonize me and you piss me off, yes, I'm gonna come after you. If you stay in your lane, we have no problems with each other. You know, I mean, what, 4 years ago, I was planning on how to kill Spoof. Speak of the devil, hey Spoof. Um, 4 years ago, I was plotting on how to off Spoof. Now, you know, I she's nice. I mean, she's not this terrible person. I don't get it. But, if you intentionally go out and you start acting like an asshole and you hurt people, then you need to just disappear and leave and never come back. Seriously. Exactly. I mean, me and Spoof, we went through our thing and it was not nice. And, I feel bad about it because, I am very mean and, I say mean things and, you know, but God, all these people, man, y'all are sitting here acting like fucking twat waffles and then trying to play the victim. I just want everybody to leave me alone. You want everybody to leave you alone, but yet you're causing shit. You know, I don't know. I don't get the whole, oh, I'm gonna be a badass bitch or badass asshole, and then, oh, no, 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 don't attack me, don't attack. Really, really? Okay. If anybody wants to come up, I'm gonna put the link up, and I'm gonna sit there, but I'm gonna figure out if you're real or not, and if you're not real, then go to hell. I will bounce you. I have no problems bouncing you. Yeah, exactly. And it's not real. What happened to Spoof is real. That was real time in her house. But getting mad on each other and making reaction videos and bullying people because you just don't like them. You don't have to talk to anybody on YouTube. There's this little block button. That's it. You block them. There are people I don't want to talk to. There are people I don't want to be in my channel. I block them. I don't unblock them. It's not that hard. You block them. You do your thing, and then you're done with it. I don't understand why it's so hard. If you don't like people, block them. Hello, ma'am.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I heard it's got like 3 or 4 inches of ice where you are.
It's actually melting right now, so it's good. We're at 31 degrees. It's supposed to get above freezing today,
Mm.
so it's going away. Like I was actually able to have some Dunkin' Donuts coffee delivered this morning.
I actually have Dunkin' Donuts right now.
They didn't have new food because they've been closed for a few days, but I got some coffee.
Oh, there you go. That's my and Dunkin' has the best coffee. I don't care what
They
anybody
really
says.
do.
And but I don't Spoof, if you don't like somebody, do you block them?
Yeah,
Do you keep them blocked?
yeah.
Okay. See, I'm not the only person who
I
thinks
guess
like this.
you know, like what happened with me was Pandora. She was doing the same thing she did to me and you. With
Yeah.
me and with she did the same thing. She was doing that with me and Rubini. Oh, Spoof had conflict with this guy, and he lived with her. And I hate her so much. I don't care what people say about him. I'm gonna get an interview with him and get all the dirt I can on Spoof so I can smear her all over YouTube.
That's her
Which,
MO. Yeah.
yeah, it's the same shit that she did to me and you. And then with me and you, she got to where, like, first she started getting with you so she could get dirt on me. But then she started pitting us against each other and making things worse. And I saw that happening, and I was like, this is going to be worse than what happened with me and Angie because this man actually lived in my house. This is bad.
He knows where
And
you live.
yeah, yeah. I was like, and it got me so stressed out. And there's all this other shit on in my life that I was just like, I just want to fucking die. I can't go through this again. This is going to be worse than what happened with me and Angie, like so much worse.
Yeah.
And I was just ready to fucking end my life over it. And I mean, it's not just that. I'm not taking my medicine anymore that I was taking. What was it, Prozac,
Yeah.
and I quit smoking cold turkey. And
Oh.
my dad is dying. He's got dementia really bad. I've been crying for months over my dad because when I go visit him, he doesn't even know my fucking name. Sorry for cussing. And
I
then
have
Pandora's
you
gonna
seen my
jump in
channel
here.
before?
Oh yeah.
Um, Listen,
And then
I went
Pandora
through that with
jumps
my
in and gets in
grandmother.
the middle of me and Rubini like that to make
Yeah.
things worse and to get whatever dirt she can. And he was lying about me and saying all this
Mhm.
shit that wasn't even true. It was just like the same shit over, but worse. Like it's the same shit that she did between me and you, but worse.
Yeah. Well, it's like I don't think anybody really realized how crazy I was and how mean I actually am. And because I was relative, I really didn't post anything on YouTube. I watched YouTube. I had YouTube. But, once this all started, I got really pissed off. And, I said things and I did things and, I threatened to do things and I'm not a nice person. Like I can be nice. I'm capable of being nice. But, whenever you make me when you get me to the point where I have no rational thought and I'm just mad, that's a dangerous place. And, and then you go around talking like you're a fucking victim of all this and everybody's being mean to you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
That's the other thing. Her and Rodney, her uh, her and Rodney are teamed up and say like total asshole things to all of us. And then they get mad when we react to it. And we're
yeah,
not even reacting and being mean back to them. We're pointing out what they said. Like for example, I've made videos that's just their words. Like I'm not cutting them down and saying bad things about them. All I'm doing is showing their words so they can go back and hear themselves and hear what they said and maybe get a clue that oh my gosh, I'm being an asshole to these people. But that doesn't even work. That just makes them more mad and they come after me more.
yeah. Well, I mean, nothing for nothing, but honestly, I think with everything that's going on in your life, you need to go get back on the Prozac because my grandmother died of Alzheimer's and dementia.
Uh-huh.
And for her, like towards the end, she had no idea who I was. And that broke my heart.
It's tough. It
And
it's tough going over to my parents' house and he doesn't know who my mom is. He's put his hands on her because he's scared and doesn't understand who she is. It's bad and
well, I mean,
it's
my
horrible.
my mom, um, my mom actually had, dementia,
Uh-huh.
and I would get phone calls at 3 o'clock in the morning. Angie, what, Mama? Because they don't sleep.
Mhm.
They'll sleep at weird times and they'll be up all night.
Yeah.
Angie, what, Mama? There's a strange old man in my house. Mama, that's Daddy. That's not your daddy. Your daddy doesn't have gray hair. Mama, Daddy is old. He does have gray hair. So I'm like, all right, just give him the phone. I'll tell him to leave your house. My dad is brokenhearted because this is the woman he loves.
Yeah.
And he's like, just talk to her. So after a little bit, I talked to her for about 10 minutes, and then it would snap, and she'd be like, "Oh my god, that is your daddy." God rest her soul, but she called the police department on my dad at 3 o'clock in the morning, saying that he broke in the house. Um, she, she would call my brother, my sister, or me and say there's a strange man in the house. I mean, it was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, and
And
it's heartbreaking to see your parent I mean, my parents have been married 65 years.
mhm,
So to go over and watch my dad like not even understand that this is his wife that he loves for 65 years and
yeah,
it's 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 horrible. I can't tell you the amount of sadness I have watching my dad go through this.
it
Um
physically makes your heart
and
hurt.
the shit with Pandora and
Yeah,
Rodney and Rubini that was going on top of all that,
yeah,
it did push me to the point of suicide, and it wasn't the fucking YouTube banter, it's everything. It's everything I'm dealing with right now,
yeah,
not just YouTube. It's not the YouTube, it's my life.
yeah.
It's just so depressing. I don't wanna watch my dad go through this shit. It's horrible.
No, you don't wanna watch it, and, you wish you could find a pill for it or something. You would think that by now they'd have a pill for it,
Yeah, and that's
but
what sucks, there's nothing you can do to help him.
no,
Like
there's not. I have the very last picture that was taken of my mother, and that was with my dad and my sister and my baby niece. And that I can't look at that picture because my mom didn't even look like my mom.
yeah. Yeah, and he's
And
got to a point where he won't eat. Everything tastes horrible to him. He takes one bite of something and spits it out. We can't find food that he will eat. He's lost 35 pounds in 2 weeks.
yeah, my mom went that through that too. They ended up having to put a feeding tube in because she wouldn't eat. So, it's horrible, and it's something that I would not wish on my worst enemy to have to go through.
Yeah.
Um Unless you've been through it, you don't know. And with all the stress, and I've had more stress in the last 3 years of my life since 2020. I've had more stress now than I have ever had in my entire life. And honestly, I think that's where my heart problem came from, was having to deal with all this ugh and the stupidity of the people. But I've met really great people on here, and I have friends that I really like here on YouTube, and I'm not going to leave YouTube, but I'm also not going to fight with fucking people every day because that's honestly that's not healthy, first of all. And
Uh-huh.
second of all, I don't like there's nobody I think enough of right now to fight with because I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal
Yeah.
not you, but I don't want to deal with, the stupid.
Yeah. But
But if
I'm
you have
happy
the
that you were able to move on and not fight anymore.
yeah, I'm glad it ended the way it did and it didn't end another way because it could have gone really bad.
Uh-huh.
And but it's fucking YouTube. Get a hobby. Go do something else with your fucking life other than feel like you have to put somebody down for views. I mean that's all it is. They want views.
Yeah.
Fucking Rodney's a goddamn idiot. I swear to God, the more I listen to him, the more I'm like, what? You're an idiot. What? Why are you even allowed on the internet? And Rubini, fuck Rubini.
Well, luckily, I don't know if you heard the stream last night with Phil. It happened. It was up until like it would have been like 4 o'clock in the morning your time when we finally ended the stream. But Rubini got on panel and we talked about his living here, and he admitted that I was nice and pleasant and very generous and helpful for him. So it's gone. It's water under the bridge now.
You know what? I liked Rubini until I started getting mail letters, not emails, mail letters saying, um, we're if you don't remove this video, I'm going to sue you. And it was multiple letters. No, 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 nope. And I own this because I'm the one that allowed that show to happen. And I
Yeah,
was uncomfortable to do it, and it's been taken down. Um, and it's been removed. It no longer exists unless somebody has it out there. Um, and I don't want to be sued. I really, really, really don't. And
yeah, and that was probably a show that shouldn't have been done, but you probably didn't want to say no, and
well, I didn't think it was gonna go the way it did.
uh,
And I was like, you know what? I'm not getting sued over nobody.
because it's just a touchy subject because
Yeah,
there's kids involved.
yeah,
There's and for people to go and say it's fake, it's I can understand the parents being very upset and angry for someone to say that their child's death was fake. Can you
yeah.
imagine? I
No.
mean, look how upset we get on here when people lie about us.
Yeah.
I mean, he, Rodney was and people other there were several people saying I was lying about my how I felt this week, and that if I was really going to kill myself, the police would have taken me to the hospital. Well, I'm sure the police were more concerned with the 1 inch of ice on the ground. So they stayed here for 30 minutes talking to me to make sure I was okay, and then they
Yeah.
left because they could have killed me, taken me to the hospital with 1 inch of ice on the ground.
If
We
they
don't
felt
drive in
like
ice
you
on
were
Texas.
if they felt like you were a danger to yourself, they would have taken you to the hospital.
Yeah, but just because they didn't doesn't mean that I wasn't suicidal.
No, it doesn't.
They talked to me and calmed me down, is what they did. They were here for 30 minutes talking to me.
Yeah.
But now, because I didn't go to the hospital for 3 days, I'm faking it. Saying shit like that to someone is just rude. You don't know what I'm going through, Rodney.
No, and nobody knows what you're going through. I know part of what you're going through because I've lived it twice. Once with my grandmother and once with my mom. Um and but and I also understand what it's like to be attacked on YouTube to the point where if I did not have the support system that I have, I might have done something unforgivable because there was a time when I was the subject of an attack for 6 weeks, and I never I would never want anybody to have to go through that. It's not funny,
Yeah, it's
and,
not. And
my
so I can see how these Sandy Hook people would
yeah,
be, their kids are dead, and people are going around saying it's a lie. And that's what I'm saying. I can put myself in their shoes and I totally get it because when people on here make up lies about me that aren't as bad as a dead child, I am fucking furious.
yeah,
I can't stand people making up lies about me. It drives me crazy. It really does.
yeah,
So I can totally get when a child's involved and you're going to go and say that this school shooting was fake when my child's dead, I'm going to come after you pretty hard.
yeah, and I
Like, that's horrible. Their fucking child died and people are saying it's fake.
yeah, and then, the very first show we had, he said he was gonna kill everybody and all this, and I'm like, "Okay, dude, we can't do this." And I as soon as we stopped the show, I called him and I yelled at him. I'm like, "Who the fuck do you think you are? You can't do shit like that." And, it's I I've made some boneheaded moves in my life, but I also got to meet some really good people, interviewing them. Like,
Hmm.
it was kinda cool, but, I'm not gonna play I'm not gonna associate myself with somebody that I am uncomfortable with.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It was the dentist office. I have to take Dominic to the dentist at 2:30 because he broke a tooth,
Oh,
and so, you know, it's, but actually, it might be a good thing that he broke the tooth because 'cause they're gonna take the tooth out, and his wisdom teeth, the roots have not developed yet, so they're
uh-huh.
hoping the tooth is gonna migrate into that spot in the back, um, because, he just ugh. I'm just glad he's turning 18 in 4 weeks. Um, I
Yeah,
forgot to
that's
say that.
crazy.
Um, but I'm very happy that he's turning 18,
Are
and
you still homeschooling him this year, or did you send him to the?
no, he actually is in, school. He loves it. He's made friends. He's very social. Um,
That's great.
I'm very happy.
Because I
Well,
remember you saying that you were thinking about putting him in school for his senior year, and I didn't know if that ever went through or not. That's great.
yeah, he's doing good. Next year he'll do senior plus one. So, and he'll probably be in high school until he's 21. Because we have that good of a program up here, and
Uh-huh.
they also do a job thing where they pick what he picks out what kind of job he wants, and he gets training in that job.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
you know, um, Angela Critter said, "What the fuck was Analyzer and Rodney doing on Phil's live? I started shaking and her blood pressure went through the roof. I did not know she was Simple Pandora and was friendly to her. I I have no idea. I'm gonna go back and go watch
Well,
the
I
video today.
I mean, my guess is that Pandora was in there because Pandora wanted to interview Rubini to get the dirt on me. And so I guess she was in there to watch what he was saying. I don't know why Rodney was in there.
I don't know. Rodney's blocked here. Pandora's blocked, I think, unless this is a new name, you know. And if it is, Pandora, just say something and I'll block you. I mean, we'll be good. You know, and you know, I'm not going. I have finally found my wusa, my peace, and you're not going to come in and disrupt it. And if you do happen to disrupt it, then we're going to don't think that I'm not going to come after you. Well, KCL, I met her as Pandora. It's not that I'm you know, I don't know her as Analyzer. I knew her as Pandora. So,
Yeah, same here. And I can't just change someone's name like that. It's the same thing with fucking Rodney. When he first got here, he was Rodney. His YouTube name was Rodney. And his new name, it just is stupid. I can't sit there and call someone the MC.
no, I'm
Like
not going to
that
call
is
him
the
anything either.
dumbest, stupidest name. It doesn't even make sense.
No. Hey, KCL.
And
Hey,
V
BD.
is spelled wrong.
Oh, it's Rodney. Yeah. Um, but I'm just warning people. If you go after me, I will stand up for myself. Don't make me stand up for myself cuz I don't feel like fighting. The last 3 years have taken a lot out of me. I will fight. I can get very nasty and I will get nasty. But I don't want to get to that point again. I don't want to get to the point where everything is all about fucking YouTube again. I like TikTok. You know, I spend a lot of time on TikTok, by the way. More time than I should. But I'm just over the stupidity. And that's all this is stupidity.
Hmm.
And she had you know, okay, Analyzer believes that she has to be the center of attention, and that's her biggest thing. And as long as you give her attention, she's not going to go away. Ignore her. It's kind of like a dog. Ignore them, they eventually go away.
I don't know.
And fucking Miller, you can go shove something up your ass. I don't care. Go away. I detest you.
He made some stupid post that he was mad that Rubini was on Phil's panel, but it was necessary for me and Rubini to resolve these issues before someone like Pandora got a hold of him and he sat there and told a bunch of lies about me.
Yes, Sonny,
So,
LB, it
Millard,
will.
grow up. We were being adults and handling our issues like you should.
All Miller knows how to do is make stupid videos and get drunk and sit there and call people that he doesn't even know dirty names. So, and yes, good people will rally when they need to. And, you know, it's, I don't wish anybody any ill will. I wish everybody peace, but don't disrupt my peace.
Yeah, I mean, I would really like Rubini to um, get his act together, and if he is still dabbling in the drugs, maybe stop that and get focused back on what he loves, which is broadcasting, and get his life together.
He is very talented. He has a talent. And, you
He's
know,
not going to get there dabbling with the drugs.
no, nope. And there are plenty of places all around, you know, Texas that will help him out free of charge because
Yeah,
he's low
yeah,
income.
I'd really like to see him change his ways and get back into what he enjoys.
Yeah, and that also does not mean that I want you calling me.
Yeah,
Before the phone calls start from the private number.
yeah, yeah, and LB's right. He was honest and apologized last night, and I tried to talk to him and explain, but it's kind of hard having a two-way conversation with him. And
Yeah,
but I got in as much as I could to explain to him why, and it's over. It's done. Thank God. There won't be any nasty interview of lies about me. So it's great.
that's all that's important is that you find some peace and that you're because you have a lot of stuff going on and it's people need to realize that what you're going through right now with your pop is um you're somebody so this is the way I looked at it because I had to.
Mhm.
um my mom died 2 years before her body died because that's when
She
her
forgot.
mind started going and she wasn't my mom anymore.
Yeah,
And she would like call me and go, "Did Vicky go to school today?" Mom, how the fuck do I know? Vicky's where she's living. Angie, what do you mean Vicky's not living with you? Mom, Vicky is grown and has kids. No, your baby, Vicky. Mama, Vicky is a grown ass woman. She has 2 kids. You don't know what you're talking about. Mom, she's my fucking daughter. I know. I know how old she is. I was there when I had her.
yeah,
And, so 2 years before my mom before her body passed away, I dealt with my grief and, God loved my husband. I would sit there and I would just curl up on the couch and just cry. And he's like, "Angie, you're grieving your mom and you have to grieve her." So when she died, yes, I was sad because my mom was finally gone, but I had already come to terms with her dying, because this is a cruel disease.
yeah, yeah, and
You
that's the way I have felt like as well since it like his dementia got really bad in November. He went from remembering things to not remembering anything at all. And that's how I felt was, oh my gosh, my dad is pretty much dead already. He
Yeah,
doesn't remember anything, and it's just been so difficult.
my dad just turned 90 and my dad has all of his faculties. Amazingly, he has all of his faculties.
You're lucky. I mean, my dad just turned 88.
And my dad is so lonely. And but my mom always said, "I want to go before daddy," because my mom could not have handled um going before my dad. And for my dad to go before her, I mean, uh it would have mentally broken my mother. Like my mom would have ended up, in a corner room being wrapped up in a padded room.
Mhm.
Um but unless you live this, you don't know. And it got to the point where my mom, she was like, "How many grandkids do I have?" I'm like, 11. She's like, "I don't have 11. You're the only one who has kids." I said, "Mama, me and my brother and sister all have kids. My kids have kids. You know,
Yeah.
Vicky and Jay, they have kids." Oh, I didn't realize. Remember Dominic? As she remembered Dominic, God bless her, Dominic was the only grandchild she really remembered. So, and even then, it was kind of sketchy. But if my New Year's resolution, which I haven't shared this with anybody, is I'm gonna do me. And as long as you don't interfere with my happiness, I'm not gonna fuck with you. But if you fuck with my happiness, God can't save you, because I'm tired of being villainized for defending myself. And it's like the shit that went on between you and me. That I mean, people don't realize what happened in the background, because I was seriously ready to do something that you could not fix.
Yeah, it was bad.
And I, I let somebody else have control of my emotions. So, it's nobody is going to have control over my emotions anymore. My emotions are mine, and if you don't like it, you don't have to be here. Walk away. I just realized what time it is. I have to go take my son to the dentist. Spoof, thank you for coming up, babe.
Uh-huh.
And
Thanks for
listen,
having me.
if you need to talk,
Hmm.
you have my number, you have my messenger. Angie, I'm having a bad day. Can you talk to me for 5 minutes? You know,
Yeah, that's what it's really hard for me to pick up the phone and talk to someone. I always feel like I'm bothering people and they have their own problems, and I always try to deal with stuff of my own. I don't even pick up the phone. My husband's like, "Why didn't you call me?" I was like, "Because you're working and you're always busy."
well, that's called pride, and pride goeth before the fall. So
Yeah.
don't think that somebody is going to be bothered, because if you call me and go, Angie, I am having a bad fucking day, I will stop what I'm doing and I will talk to you and go, listen, okay, let's work this out. Let's do the ABCs, and we'll get you through this, because nobody should ever feel like they're alone. I don't want anybody to feel like they're alone. If you need to talk to me, or you need to reach out, everybody has my email. Send me your phone number. I will call you and go, listen, what do we need to do? What do we need to talk about? And your phone number is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not giving anybody anybody's phone number. And it's like I texted Spoof the other day, and then I left a voicemail. I'm like, listen, we're finally past everything that we went through. You can't do anything stupid, or something to that effect. But anyway,
Yeah, I just listened to all those voice messages yesterday. They weren't popping up on my phone, and I don't know how to access my voice message until I get a notification.
oh, dial your phone number, and then whenever it comes up, hit pound.
Oh, okay.
And then
Thank
you just
you.
put in your code, and then, you're done.
All right. Well, thank you for having me up. Good luck at the dentist with Dom.
Thank you.
Hmm.
And hopefully it'll go quickly and we'll all be okay. Yes, we Spoof put away the Sharpies.
Yeah, I don't have any Sharpies. I'm
All
good.
right, guys. I will talk to
Okay.
y'all later. I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all here soon.
Okay.
All right, bye
Bye.
guys.